This guitar was bought second hand. It's in pretty good condition overall. It just needs a really good clean. It's got a few minor repair issues which we'll fix along the way, but with a really good clean and a good setup it'll be ready for a new guitarist to begin their guitar playing career. The first thing we're going to do is remove the old strings. We're going to slacken off each of the tuners to reduce the tension in the string. And then we're simply going to cut them off and remove them. Some guitar players like to replace strings one at a time, and if you had a guitar with a great setup and you were just changing one string, that would be the right thing to do. But here we're going to totally dismantle the guitar, so I'm not worried about undoing all of the strings all at the same time. Making sure I've got the correct size screwdriver, I'm going to remove each of the screws on this covering plate at the back of the guitar. I put my fingertips around the bottom of the screw to make sure that the end of the screwdriver doesn't slip off and mark the finish of the guitar. We can now see the trem block and the tremolo springs exposed. We're going to finish off removing the strings. We're now going to slacken off the tremolo spring claw. These two screws here provide the tension. We're going to slacken those off until we can remove the tremolo springs. I'm now going to remove the 4 bolts which hold the neck onto the body of the guitar, and also I'm going to remove the neck plate here. Again, protecting the body by holding the screw at the bottom, I'm going to remove each of these 4 screws in turn. That's the last of the screws removed, and the neck plate just comes away. We can then remove the neck of the guitar from the body, carefully removing it from the socket on the body of the guitar. We're just going to use the soldering iron now to release the earth wire from the tremolo claw. We can then remove these screws completely . And take out the tremolo claw, just leaving the earth wire. We're now going to remove the 6 screws at the front of the tremolo, taking care to make sure that you've got the correct size of screwdriver so that you don't damage the head of the screw. When that's been done, we can then remove the bridge. Some of the screws on the scratch plate are pretty rusty, so before we try and remove them, we're just going to take a little piece of old guitar string and just make sure we clean out the head of the screw. That way we can avoid damaging the screw. We're then going to remove each of those screws. We're now going to remove the 1/4" jack socket, taking each of the screws out. That then allows us to completely remove the scratch plate. And that's the body stripped bare. We're now going to suck out any dust or debris from the cavity here or the neck pocket, just to clean it all out. If you're not sure what you're going to do when you're cleaning your guitar is going to damage the guitar, always start by doing a little sort of test clean just underneath where the scratch plate will cover. All I've got here is some hot water on a cloth, almost totally dry, and I'm just going to work off the surface dirt. This guitar is not in bad condition, so it won't take a lot to remove it. If there are any particularly stubborn areas, then I'd first start off by trying a little bit of saliva just to see if that lifted the dirt. I'm going to go over the whole body of the guitar, removing any surface dirt. Once I've cleaned all the surface dust and dirt away, I'm then going to use the guitar polish just to finish it off. And my favourite one is the Martin guitar polish, which seems to work well on most things. Having just squirted a little bit of Martin guitar polish onto my cloth and then just working in a circular motion, just giving the guitar that final polish. While I've got the scratch plate off, I'm just going to squirt a little bit of contact cleaner into each pot and give it a wiggle just to clean all the contacts out inside. I'm also going to do the same with the switch. I'm just going to remove the string tree and then each of the tuners. That's the guitar reassembled and cleaned and looking fantastic, ready for its new owner, as if it was new. All we need to do now is restring it.